Hey guys, Bob here, aka Mystery Safe. And a question I get asked a lot is what you should do with the sand from your aquarium that you're not going to use anymore. So say you siphon some out or you have an aquarium breakdown and you have all this sand. Well, I'm going to show you what I do today. A lot of people throw it out. I think that's a mistake. So the first thing I do is put it in a bucket, and kind of rinse it with water as best I can. And I use the hose. Typically, I'm here in my kitchen right now because it's really hot outside and I want to do this video in a little more quiet, enclosed area. Now, I took this out a couple days ago, so it does not smell good at this point. You start getting die-off from all the bacteria and stuff in there. But you can see, you're just going to keep rinsing it. Now, the trick to it is having a second bucket. Here's my second bucket. Now, why is this a trick? Well, you can see all those holes that I drilled in the bucket. I just used the smallest drill bit I have, and what I will do is I will continue to rinse the sand in that bucket, and that will allow the water to go through and allow everything all the die-off to go through. It won't get the big stuff out, but it'll get out all the little stuff so you can clean the sand. And then when you're done with it, you can either put it back in your tank after you've cleaned it well, or you can dry it and put it in a bucket to save for later. Okay, so now I'm going to try to do this one-handed because I still don't have my camera mount for those of you that follow me on a regular basis. And I am going to pour the sand and the water into this bucket. I can tell you, boy, that smells really, really delicious. You see right now, you see the water going out into the sink. Sorry, still trying to do this one-handed. Get as much out, and what I'm going to have to do is put the camera down for a minute, and I'm going to take my hose sprayer and spray that out. Okay, now it's just a matter of rinsing the sand the best you can. Get as much stuff off of there. You're going to want to get that down so as much water goes into it as possible. You can see the water is still trickling out, and that's what you want. You want the water to come out because it's getting all that gunk out of there. Now, one of the things I might do if the sand is really dirty is I might put it back in the other bucket and let it soak for a while. I won't use anything like bleach or vinegar or anything like that. I've seen some people say to do that. I just think water is perfectly fine. There's enough stuff in the water. I'm just using tap water, and I'm using hot tap water since I'm inside, and that's just enough to get the stuff clean. But really what you want to do is get it clean and dry because that's going to get rid of the smell. Next thing I like to do is kind of tip it on the side because that'll get all the water to pool down and go to the corner of the bucket. Now I got holes all around the edge of the bucket as well, so you can see the water is still kind of trickling out of there slowly. It is coming out, so what I'm going to do is let that dry for maybe 5 minutes, let it drain some more, and then I will put it back into this bucket once I get this one all dried, because I want to make the bucket dry as possible because I want to store the sand. I'm not going to use it again right now. Okay, so I've got my sand in a bucket now. I actually had a little bit in here already, so I just dumped it on top of it, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lid that up. Now I have some holes. I'm going to put some holes in this lid just to let air flow in and out, but this is just to keep the dust off. And that I can keep that sand there indefinitely, because sand is sand. You don't need to throw away your sand. Just clean it and reuse it. You can use it for a new system or give it to somebody else. It's a great way to save some money and actually save the environment from trying to go out and getting more and more sand because that sand has to come from somewhere, and we want to make sure that we are renewing as much as we can. Well, guys, thanks for watching. This is Bob, aka Mystery Safe. Catch you soon.